Hello, YouTube. This is Joseph Tillotson coming to you from Torrance, California with the fifth installment of my fibromyalgia video blog series. So it's been a couple of months. It is May 28th, I believe, 2013. And today I'm going to speak a bit about what's been going on with me, mainly with regards to my condition and kind of what's been going on. So I've gained a little bit of weight back. As you can see, I stopped the Chinese herbs about 6 weeks ago. I felt like they were helping, but for the cost, number one is they were kind of overwhelming my body. There was something in there that was kind of revving me up a little too much, speeding up my metabolism. So I took a break from those, and I gotta say it feels good in the sense that some of my symptoms have gotten a bit worse, such as my brain fog and some body aches, but the whole protocol I've gone off, and that includes such things as chewing food 50 times a bite and eating 3 meals a day with no snacks and no alcohol. All these things, I'm chewing my food well. I'm not even drinking that much, but the whole qigong and all these the Chinese medicine thing that I was really kind of getting into, I'm taking a break from it. It was getting a bit stressful. It was getting quite a bit stressful. So it's time to take a little rest, a little vacation from all that madness. What did catch my attention a while ago, several months ago, was celiac disease. I had read that 9% of people that are diagnosed with celiac disease originally were diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So I thought, I want to get tested for this, because it's a long shot, but if I have it, I want to know. So long story short, this morning I got the test, and I didn't have a full consultation with the doctor afterward, but I did speak with him very briefly, and he said it doesn't really look like celiac. There might be a few, there might be something to talk about as far as, slight food allergies or whatever, but nothing major. So, in other words, if I completely swear off of gluten and wheat, it's probably not going to do much. And this was an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. So I even hesitate to say that here on YouTube. It's a bit embarrassing, but I'm doing it because I'm hoping that perhaps somebody will see this, and I want to share the treatments that I do, even if they're a little graphic. So a few firsts. Today was the first day that I was put under. I've never had general anesthesia in my life, and it was quite an experience. It was something. They put the thing over, your mouth and your nose, and I think I reflexively just kind of stopped breathing, or breathed very shallow, and I hear this voice back there. There's like 5 people in the room or whatever, the hospital type room. Felt like I was in an extra on ER, and this guy's like, breathe deeper. I said, okay. I did 2 of those, and then out. Never experienced anything like that. Just out. And then I woke up what seemed like about a minute later. It was actually about an hour later, and they were done. And they said, all right, you're good to go. And I had a couple words with the doctor, and spoke with him briefly, and was on my way. And so celiac is kind of ruled out, and I'm back to searching for other ways to alleviate my symptoms of joint soreness, muscle soreness, fatigue, depression, anxiety, a whole lot of others that I'm not going to name, but you know, there's the typical fibromyalgia plethora of symptoms. So looking into other stuff, I'm thinking of doing some Chinese medicine again, but maybe with some herbs that aren't quite so harsh, because the weight loss, if you look at some of the previous videos from a few months ago, it was I don't want to call it extreme, but people around me were a bit freaked out, a lot more than I was actually. So I'm just chilling here today, and it's the end of the school year, which for me is important because I have a tutoring agency, and so I'm extremely busy with my tutoring agency, and finals are next week, so I'm working real hard. But I got today. It's actually a pretty light day. I made it a light day because I didn't know how I'd feel after the anesthesia. It felt good coming out of that thing. I felt like $1,000,000. I mean, I don't know what they put in that stuff, but I had a big smile on my face. Let's put it that way. And so yeah, that's about it. And let me think if there's anything else. The symptoms, my worst ones lately. Oh, excuse me. The worst ones lately have been, you know, the usual: the lower back soreness, the fatigue. The mornings are just awful. Some mood swings, where one day I'll be talking with someone and just in a good mood and feeling like I'm doing pretty well in spite of all the stuff I'm dealing with, and then other days where I just feel like why do I have to deal with this crap every day? It can burn one out. So I'm kind of going off on different tangents. I didn't have a script or anything, and I haven't done this in a couple of months, so please excuse the going in the million directions. But hopefully the blog was at least somewhat useful, or at least entertaining, one or the two. And that's about it. I'm going to sign off now, and have a great rest of the month of May and the first part of June. And good evening.